Hello beatmakers and producers, and welcome to the Groove Grid. My name's Dave, and today in this video I'm going to give you a free guitar sample that you can use in your own tracks and beats. I'm going to be doing loads of these free guitar samples, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon so you can keep up to date with when these loops come available to you. I'm going to show you the guitar part first. It's just going to be played over a little loop that I put together so you can hear it in a musical context. Then I'm going to break down what I'm actually playing, and after that I'm going to show you some chords that you can use, just give you some options of chords that you can try over top of it. So that was the guitar part. Now this is what you're going to get with the free download. Now if you do like the guitar part but it's not in the right key for you, I've actually made this guitar part available in loads of different keys, so just check out the link in the description box and you'll find the same part in loads of keys as well. The key we're in is the key of C major. So rhythmically, this track is at 70 BPM. When I do rhythm parts, especially for things like this where it needs to have a good groove, I think in 16th notes. Even if I'm playing an 8th note part or a quarter note part, I always think in 16ths. So I might not think the numbers in particular, but I'm always thinking 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a decca 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 decca. Scales. Now the scales that I'm using are, I was thinking everything in either C pentatonic major or C major, just your normal do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do scale, standard. They both have very similar notes anyway. The pentatonic scale just basically misses out a couple of those notes. But that's what I'm thinking when I was coming up with the actual ideas and the structures. So I've got 3 parts to this riff. I've got what I'm going to call an A section, a B section and a C section, and then I put it together. So the A section, and this is my main theme. I've used this all the way through. It goes, so note wise that is E, G and A, and I'm just adding some rhythm to it. That's it. That's all it is. E, G, A. B. So now the section B starts the same. It's got the same thing. It's got my theme, what I'm calling my theme. So that's E, G, A, and then I'm playing the A twice though. So it goes. Then I'm just putting in basically a scale walk up where I'm going C, B, A, E, G, A. So that together, section B, that's all it is. Just like that, really cool. Now I then play A again, and then I've got my my C section. So the C section starts the same as the other ones. It starts the same as B, starts the same as A as well. So it starts the same as A, but then I add the A note, section A, but then I add the A note twice again at the end, just like I did in section B. And then I've just added a different ending. So what I'm doing is I'm playing what we call double stops on guitar. So it's 2 notes played at the same time, and it's basically just taking apart parts of chords. Now there's loads of chords that use these 2 notes, but I'm just going to say I've taken this apart thinking of a D minor chord. So I'm playing the notes D and F at the same time. Then I slide that up, so I'm changing now to the notes E and G. So I'm going, and I'm taking that out of an E minor chord. That's what I'm thinking. Could be loads of chords, but that's what I'm thinking. Then I slide it back, so I'm going, and then I'm just basically doing another scale walk up. So I'm going C, A, E. That's it. So, and that's the end of the riff. So that's the guitar part. Now I'm going to go over to the computer in a second, and I'm going to show you some options that you've got with chords that you can use in your loops that will work over this guitar part. Now this is a brand new YouTube channel I've started, and I'm thinking that I really want to start releasing these kind of guitar loops on a regular basis. So please give the video a thumbs up so it shows me that you're actually liking what I'm doing here. And please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon so you can keep up to date with everything. Okay, so we're in my Pro Tools session now. So I'm a Pro Tools user. You can use whatever DAW you want. The files when they come through to you will be as WAV files. So they work in every single DAW. I've actually chopped up the guitar parts. So you can see I've got what I called the A section, the B section, A section again, then to the C section. I'm just going to loop up this B section. Now I'm going to go through the chords of C major. The key of C major, that is, and what options you have. Like, there really are tons of options, so just remember the rule, right? Don't matter if you know music theory or not. If it sounds good, it is good. If it sounds rubbish, it is rubbish. So these are just some ideas that you can explore throughout each of the chords within the key of C. So I'm just going to loop up the what I called section B, just so we're not having to listen to the full thing every time. So first of all, we're in the key of C. So the first chord, what we call the one chord of C, is actually the C chord. So let's hear how C major sounds. So C major sounds like that. With the loop of the guitar part, sounds like this. Now we can add a major seventh to that. That's going to give you a bit of a warmer sound. At least I always describe it as warmer. I suppose there's other ways to describe it. But that's this is how this sounds with the loop. So it's a bit jazzier. Now we can also add in a ninth chord. Now ninths are really popular at the moment in like the neo soul world. So let's hear how this sounds. So I mean, you can hear that in a lot of the neo soul stuff. So that's a few options you've got for the C chord. I'm just going to take off the extensions. So now that was the one chord. The two chord in the key of C is D, so C, D. D is a D minor chord, so D minor. Hear that over the loop. It'll start this time. Again, just a bit more depth to it. Now, also we've got, we can add the ninth in again, give us that neo soul kind of sound. Great sounding chord, isn't it? Make sure I've got the seventh in there as well. Here we go. Oh, I haven't got the ninth in, so that's the minor seventh. I'll add the ninth. Really cool sound. Take off the extensions again. Okay, so now we've got the three chords, so C, D, E. So E minor this time. See how that sounds with the loop. Great sound. Add the seventh. Here we go. Awesome. We can do the same thing. We can add the ninth. That's fine. We could even add 11th or whatever. You know, there's loads of different options. So that's the three chords. So the four chords, C, D, E, F. F is a major. Oh, I've still got the seventh. Let's take the seventh out. Right, so here is the F chord over the loop. You might notice, certain chords like this imply a bit more tension, which is great because I think of music as a lot of tension and release. So say we've got this F chord. If we go back to C, it sounds great, doesn't it? And go back to the F. Back to C. You see, it's a great sound, so you've got loads of options. F, we can also have the major seventh, you know, and the ninth, whatever, but let's hear what the major seventh sounds like. Back to that C. I'll do the same thing, I'll go to F. Sounds awesome, man. I love that kind of change. So I'll just take off the extension. So we were on F, so now we're on to the five chords, C, D, E, F, G. Now, G is what we call a dominant chord. That's what the function is. If you know anything about theory, you know there's chord functions. So a dominant chord will usually sound like it wants to go somewhere else. If you do want to learn about this kind of music theory stuff, can you let me know in the comment section below? So we're on the G chord there. Now we can add the seventh. Now this won't be a major seventh, it won't be a dominant seventh. So let's hear how this sounds. Oh, I'm on the C, aren't I? So G dominant seventh. Here we go. Let's have a listen to that. It'll start this time. Cool cool sound. Now we can add a dominant ninth to that as well. Now I love this sound. This always reminds me of things like James Brown and that funk kind of era and funkadelic bands like that. So let's hear how that sounds. Great sound. Let's take off the extensions. Right, where are we? On A minor, so the 6 chords. So C, D, E, F, G, A minor. Now A minor, as I mentioned there about chord functions, A minor is another what we call tonic function, which means it's kind of like a home bass. It's really resolved sound. The difference is C major tends to have quite, I don't like to use happy and sad, but let's just say it has kind of a happy resolved sound. A minor has kind of a darker and sadder, for want of a better term, resolved sound. So this is going to sound sadder, but it's also going to sound resolved. So let's hear how an A minor sounds over the loop. A really cool sound. I really like that sound. I've always been a minor kind of fan. We can also do the same thing. We can add the minor 7th. We can add the 9th. Let's see how it sounds with the 9th. We could do a sus2, sus4, you know, loads of things. So A minor 9. Let's see how this sounds. Awesome sounding chord. Let's take the extensions off. And we're now on the final one, which is the 7th chord, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now B is a diminished chord. Now diminished chords are not used as commonly as they used to be. I mean, they were never really fully common, but they're a bit jazzier sounding, they're very dark and a bit weird sounding. So a lot of people just avoid using them. If you use them in the right way, they can sound amazing. But either way, I'm going to cover it just so we've covered every type of chord. So B, and B major always sounds good, but we're going to put that into a diminished. You see, it just sounds darker straight away. So let's hear how that sounds with the loop. You can tell as soon as you hear it, it wants to go somewhere else. That's what I hear. I hear it pulling you somewhere else. It's probably pulling you towards C major, but we'll not go too far into that now. I put together this little basic chord progression, which is just C major 7, D minor 7, A minor 9, F major 7. I added, there we go. I added a basic drum groove. There's loads of space. You can do what you want. If you like this loop, you can actually get it from the link in the description box below as well. And I had a bass line. Simple. It's a good starting point for a track, I think. I mean, I'd personally like to put some more layers in there, like some more guitars, some more keys, some pads, maybe some strings, I don't know, some percussion, loads of stuff. But you can get that loop in the description box below as well. So that's everything there then. So thanks very much for watching the video. So like I said, this is a brand new YouTube channel, so please subscribe to it. Let me know that you like the idea of me giving you some of these free samples on a regular basis. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon. Tell me about some guitar parts that you guys be wanting, you know. Let me know what kind of guitar parts you like, what you would like to see, what you'd like to use. If you do use the guitar part I've given you in this, then hit me up, let me hear your tracks, you know, put them in the comment section. I really want to hear it. So again, thanks very much for watching, guys. I've been Dave from Groove Grid. See you next time.